Well, hello, and welcome to our breakout session about how large enterprises can use CPaaS technology to gain loyalty and deliver superior customer experiences. If you're watching us live today in the Webex Events app, you can join the conversation and network with other attendees using the chat tab to your right. You can take our session polls and ask or upvote questions in the Slido Q&A and polls tab, which is also to the right. We'll answer your questions there. And at the end of this presentation, we'll launch our session survey where you will see a level up game code after submitting your feedback. Today, we're very excited to have Pete Mather with us from BT Consumer. He is one of the leading lights on customer experience in the UK, and he will be joining us later in the session to give us an insight into how they use Webex Connect, our CPaaS platform, to build seamless end-to-end customer journeys. Before we are joined by Pete, I just want to give you a bit of background on why businesses end up choosing to invest in a CPaaS platform. Customer experience has never been more important. And this was demonstrated by some recent research we conducted with 2,000 customers. 75% of them voted that good customer experience is a reason to be a repeat customer with a business, making it just as important as price. 55% of customers told us that they would change brands for a better customer experience, which makes it even more important in an already crowded competitive market. And 72% of customers also told us they want to choose their preferred channel to speak with a business. And this, we believe, is something that's also been driven by the pandemic. So businesses must offer the latest digital channels to their customers in order to deliver the customer experience that consumers are demanding. But this does create complexity for businesses who need a way to connect their comms channels with the business systems that they already use. And that's where CPaaS technology comes in. Due to the rise in customer expectations and the proliferation of channels, many businesses have turned to CPaaS solutions in the last few years to help manage their customer interactions. Gartner predicts that as many as 90% of organizations will adopt a CPaaS solution within the next year, and with the CPaaS market growing at 30% year on year. For those of you who've actually missed our first CPaaS session, here's a short video that provides an introduction to our CPaaS platform called Webex Connect.
How do you communicate with your customers? Global market conditions have accelerated digital engagement and changed how consumers behave. This requires us to reimagine the customer experience, meeting consumers where they are on the channels they use daily. WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook Messenger. Customers want to connect on their terms. Sometimes they're okay with a message. Sometimes they want to connect using video, have a live conversation with an agent or self-serve. Every interaction is unique. Imagine scheduling a delivery or arranging appointment times in under 30 seconds, hassle-free. Now imagine a platform that adapts to these customer dynamics. Meet Webex Connect, a cloud communications platform designed for proactive customer interaction. Webex Connect makes it easy to manage multiple channels. It plays well with others, providing integration with your existing systems. It's secure. It's scalable. It's code-free customization. It delivers the right experience for the right customer, no matter how they want to communicate. And more than customer satisfaction, this drives bottom-line results. Reimagine the customer experience with Webex Connect.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that. So today we're excited to be joined by one of our Webex Connect customers. Welcome, Pete.
Hi, Jay. Nice to be here.
Great. Well, look, Pete, it'd be great if you could tell us a bit more about your business and the challenges you faced when you were looking to improve your customer communications and experience.
Yeah, so I work for BT, and BT is one of the world's leading communication services companies and the largest provider of fixed line, broadband and mobile services in the UK. We've got over 30 million customers and we provide services to consumer and enterprise customers. But I work in the consumer division and I'm responsible for the execution of all below the line communications to our customers. There are three brands that sit under BT. and that's BT, EE, and PlusNet. And these brands provide customers with broadband, home phone, mobile, and entertainment services. In terms of the challenges that we faced and why we looked at Webex Connect, at the time we had very limited capability. We only sent communications to our customers across email and SMS, and our SMS was very basic. We used third-party agencies to send our emails, which is really quite costly and inefficient in terms of speed to market and the ability to make changes quickly. So we really wanted to bring the execution in-house and have a platform that gave us much more agility. In addition to that, new mobile channels were starting to emerge, and we wanted to be at the forefront of these technologies, and we felt the platform allowed us to do that. And we also had a requirement for greater personalization as we were building up our data and analytics capability, and we really needed a platform that would help us to be able to put into action that insight. And finally, we had a desire to move away from sort of single one-way communications to our customers to more engaging two-way conversational messaging to really improve the experiences that we provide our customers.
Thanks, Pete. So in terms of when you were looking for a platform, why did you choose WebEx Connect and as at the time, iMyMobile as your partner?
Yeah, I mean, one of the key reasons was, well, I mean, there was a number of reasons, but one of the key ones was the experience that you guys had within mobile messaging. We're obviously a telco, and mobile messaging is obviously very important to our customers. But also the fact that it was a multi-channel platform was really important. As I mentioned before, we sent SMS and email separately. We wanted a platform where we could do everything, including all of the new channels that were emerging. So that was really important, and the ability for us to be much more agile and reactive to customer needs and to business outcomes. Also, the extensive reporting capability that we would get from the platform was important as well. Again, having all the channels coming from one, or sending communications from one platform, and all the reporting and the insight was consolidated, which was really important. And I think the other thing was really around the partnership that we felt we could build with you guys. What was going to be incredibly important was the ability to develop the platform for specific use cases that we would have. And that's something that we've certainly been able to do with you. And I think linked to that, the expertise with your account teams has really helped that, because they've got a really good understanding of telcos as well as the platform, and help us to problem solve and overcome the challenges that we faced.
Great. You mentioned some use cases, and I know some of the use cases you were looking at were based around personalization as an objective. It'd be great for the audience to know how is the platform integrated into the EE systems to help you achieve that level of personalization?
Yeah, I mean, we've over the years we've integrated into more and more of our back-end systems to really help drive that personalization and the orchestration to deliver timely messages to our customers. So we have quite deep levels of integration into our CRM systems and our billing platforms and provisioning systems, which is absolutely key, because that allows us to do a lot of automation. It allows us to apply products and services onto customers' accounts at their request. And we've also built a lot of API integration as well, which has allowed us to do trigger-based type communications based on events and interactions that customers have with us. And we're going further than that, because we're now looking at how we integrate the platform with the digital asset management platform, so that we can then start to drive to the sort of next level with automation of creative within the communications that we send out.
Well, it's great that we're using so much of the platform within EE, because integrations was one of our key objectives to reduce the time to integrate existing systems or legacy systems into a commerce platform. And it's great that we've been able to demonstrate that value at EE. As a result of those integrations and your use of the platform, what are your favorite use cases?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's very much embedded into a large number of our sort of key customer journeys, and we I think, well, we've done one quite recently, which thankfully we won a Webex a WebexOne award. So thank you for that, which is around a welcome journey for new customers and new upgrading customers on mobile, and we leveraged RCS technology for that. To our Android base, which allowed us to give a much richer experience and a much more creative experience to customers and get a lot more information to them in a much more timely way. But we also have a lot of transactional type messages that are triggered, and the platform allows us to deliver through automation and driving sort of simplicity. But I think that, without doubt, my favorite use case is how we use the platform during the pandemic to give healthcare workers in the NHS free data. And with this, we were asked to come up with a solution whereby we could validate that some of our customers work for the NHS, and then be able to apply a free data product onto their account. And speed to get this delivered was of the essence. Obviously, we wanted to give something back to healthcare workers at the very start of the pandemic. And within 2 weeks, we were able to build an orchestrated customer journey where customers would register on our website, and this would trigger a communication flow within Webex Connect, which resulted in the product being applied onto a customer's account. Now, there was a number of challenges that we faced to deliver this. For example, how were we going to validate that a customer did actually work for the NHS? But through the platform, we're able to find solutions. And actually, even when we went live, issues came up. But again, through the platform, we were quickly able to come up with solutions. So, for example, we found that some of the hospitals in the UK were blocking the emails that we were sending. So we then quickly had to build a new flow in the platform, which sent customers an SMS verification if they hadn't responded to the email in a certain period of time. And we were actually able to turn that around within a couple of hours of identifying the issue. So, this was a really hugely important use case for obvious reasons. And it was critical that we delivered a really seamless customer experience, because the last thing we wanted to do was create difficulties for these key workers at that time, when obviously they're incredibly busy and supporting or working in the hospital. So, I'm incredibly proud of the team, both at BT and Cisco, for delivering this. And we ended up delivering over 300,000 free data products onto health workers' accounts in a very short space of time, all through automation through the platform.
That's also one of my favorite case studies. I think for me, it really illustrated the low-code, so no-code approach. So, by essentially configuring the logic rather than having to develop it and reopen code, we were able to get that agility. And I think it's, I've seen other customers use it to optimize situations as well as change situations on the fly. So yeah, no, so that's one of my favorites as well. What business outcomes have you achieved as a result of these deployments?
Yeah, I mean, we've achieved a lot across a lot of the key metrics that you'd expect. That I mentioned before, we brought the execution of our comms in-house as a result of bringing in the platform. So there was obviously a big cost reduction there from not paying agencies to manage and execute communications for us. We've seen increased engagement through our ability to send richer content through utilizing the emerging mobile messaging channels. And as a result of those two things together, we've obviously achieved a higher ROI, because we've reduced costs and we've increased conversion. But also, as the NHS example is a good example, our speed to market significantly increased, and that's partly through reducing reliance on agencies, but it's also a result of the flexibility that we've got in the platform, as you mentioned, Jay. So that ability to be reactive and to respond to developments in near real time has been a huge win and benefit for us. And also linked to that, our ability to automate manual processes, what were manual processes before, has obviously increased our productivity because we can do more with less now. So, you know, benefits right across the board, really.
Great. In terms of the future now, and to kind of drive more business benefits in the future, what are your key priorities for your use of the platform going forwards?
Yeah. I mean, data and personalization is a huge priority as for BT Group as it is for most businesses now. And as I mentioned at the start, you know, the platform is a key enabler for us to action and make use of that insight and that analysis and analytics that we are getting. So that's absolutely a key priority for us. Further integration, you know, as we talked about before, is another key priority. And then, you know, the final one is around greater personalization. You know, we're looking at more data analytics insight to drive personalization and better customer experiences, and our ability to do that will come from being able to leverage the new digital channels and mobile messaging capabilities that are here now and are coming.
Well, I'm also probably most excited about the new digital channels. I think they are able to deliver you know, richer media, increased conversion, and are built for automation. You know, it may still take some time for them to kind of get widespread adoption, but I agree with you, and it's one of the things that we as a business plan for and roadmap against. So Pete, thank you very much for joining us for this session, and for providing your insights into how EE uses the platform. Thank you, audience, for joining us today. And if you're still here with us live, please do take a moment to fill out the session survey. It's available for a few minutes, and it's a great way to earn points for our level up game. The code will be revealed after you take the survey. Thank you all very much.